Hello! Today we will be getting into our first tutorial of the JPizza programming language. So, we're going to start ourselves off with variables. A variable is like a piece of data represented by a name. We can store data under the name, and we can take out the data under the name. It could be any sort of data, and they can be fixed or they can be fluid and dynamic. They can be changing. So, how do we do this? First off, we're going to want to do var. We're going to want to type in var. I don't know what just happened there. We type in var, and this tells the program we want to make a new variable. Then the name. So we're just going to call this x. And in this programming language, we have to end every line with a semicolon, so the machine can tell when we're starting and ending a new line. So var x. Press enter. Nothing happens. That's because we haven't assigned x to anything. We can do that using the assignment arrow. Now, we put x, the assignment arrow. Ooh. I don't even know what's happening. X, assignment arrow, and then whatever we want to assign it to. Let's just make it 5. And semicolon. Okay, I do that sometimes when I'm pressing enter. I accidentally press the upper slash above it too. Enter. And 5. Now if we just do X, like that, it's 5. What if we want to change it to something else? Just rinse and repeat. X, 3. Perfect. Now, what if we want to get y in here? What if we want to get the letter y as a variable in here? Well, obviously we just do y equals 6, right? No, because it's not defined yet. See, we had to use the var keyword so we can define it. Let me just clear it real quick. We're going to do var y. And then we can do y equals 6. That seems kind of tedious. Why do we have to do it all on like 2 different lines? Why can't we do it on 1 line? Well, that's where this comes in. We can do it all on 1 line. Var z arrow 3. And voila, z is now 3. But wait, what if I don't want the variable to change? What if I want it to stay constant? That's where we can use bake. And bake variable w to 8. Now we have w. Well, if we try and change it to like 3, we get an error. Baked variable already defined. And that's great and all, but how are we supposed to perform any like operations with this? So we have 5 operating symbols. We have the plus, minus, slash, star, and caret. Let's try the plus symbol first. We just put a number or variable, plus, and then another number or variable. Semicolon, 3 plus 4 is 7. Now let's try out the star. 8, star, no, star, 5. Star is multiplication, so that's 8 times 5, which is 40. Let's try the slash, which is division. 3 slash 4. We need to put a semicolon. That's a good example. And finally, let's do 0 minus 742. 4, 6, 2. And it's negative 742. Who could have guessed? Now, there is one more after caret, which is the percent sign, and it means modulo, but we'll get to that later. First, let's try out caret. 8, caret 2. And you might be able to guess what this means. This is an exponent. Ooh, nope. This is an exponent. And so we have 64. 8 times 8 is 64. Now, modulo basically divides the number and gets the remainder. So 7 divided by 5 is going to be, what, 1.2, something like that? No, yeah, 1.4. But if we take the remainder, it should be 2. It might do the opposite. I don't really use it a ton, but yeah. Anyways, let's get back to variables. We can apply this to variables too. X times y, 18. X is 3, y is 6. But what if I want to do something like y is equal to y times x, but I don't want to type it out like that? Well, luckily there's shorthand for this. Do y, then you can do the operator equals, and then the value you want to operate it by. Do x, and that's 18. It's the same thing as doing y equals y times x. So let's try out a little puzzle. You have z, you have w, 3 and 8. If I do z divided by equals w, what does this mean? Pause the video. Alright, this actually means that we're going to end up doing z equal to z times w. Then we're going to substitute, the computer's going to substitute 3 and 8. So at the end, we're actually assigning z to 3/8. Let's try this. Divided by equals w, 0.375, 3 over 8, 0.375. Now, numbers aren't the only thing in existence, so let's try making some other variables. Do variable string. Let's set this equal to hello world. Oh, I didn't press enter yet. And so we can use quotes, single or double, to denotate a string. And so now we have this variable called string, which is equal to hello world. See it right there. We can also do var true or false. We can set it to true or not. Okay. Or TOF can be true, false. It can be all these things. So, what have we learned? We've learned that we can define variables like this. We can assign variables like this. We can bake variables like this. We can perform operations with plus, minus, division, multiplication, exponential, and modulo. And this is going to cause an error. And also, we learned the shorthand for operator equals. So like that. Alright, I'll see you in the next tutorial where we tackle some more subjects. And be sure to hold on to this because variables are very, very important.